Hey guys, Coach Jason, hope you're doing well. I want to continue on my series of training videos. Recently I've done my 800 and 1500 meter initial video, and then I've done a part 2. I've done a second one for 3K and 2 mile, which includes the steeplechase as well. I've done a second one, a first and second for the 5K, 5,000 meters, and I've done a first and second one for 10K or 10,000 meters. All different workouts, okay, that you can utilize. I want to continue on this series today and focus on the half marathon. I'm going to give you 3 workout options for early season, mid-season, late season, okay, depending on how you're training, how you're laying out your training for yourself, for your athletes. These are workouts that you can utilize or modify into your own. These are workouts, like these that I've used on athletes over the last 20 years, okay? And obviously with a lot of success. That's why they're on here, okay? And I want to share them with you so that you could take a look at them, dissect them, and see if it's something that might work for you. Now, I encourage you to take a look at the videos in the description down below, because I'm going to put forth a half marathon training program as well, detailed, that it's a 16-week or 12-week program that lays out all the training, okay? And I'm going to put them, I have a sub 2 hour, sub 130, sub 145, and a sub 115 half marathon video. I'll put them all in the description down below. If you're going to watch any of the videos, please watch them in their entirety, because I explain everything from beginning to end. And I don't want you missing important details. I want you to know how I'm doing it and why I'm doing it, okay? Instead of pausing it and writing stuff down, I want you to have a thorough understanding of how I lay out the training. But these are more workout options that you can incorporate into a half marathon training program that you feel is appropriate for yourself or your athletes. So with that, let's get to this, okay? And by the way, if it's your first time to the channel, welcome. If you like detailed training content and stuff like that, this channel is definitely for you, whether you're a coach or an athlete, you just want to learn more stuff or analyze stuff. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and take a look at the 100+ videos that I put out already. Fully detailed programs from half mile, all the way up to the marathon. And workouts galore, injury prevention, all different types of stuff, tempos, threshold, how to combine them, all types of stuff, whether it be training in the heat, training when you're sick, anything you can think of that will help you improve your running or help you improve your athletes' running. I've done a video on it. If there's something that's not on there that you want me to put on there, let me know in the comments down below, and I will get to work on it for you, because I want to make this the best running channel out there, okay? So with that, let's get to it, okay? Let's start with early season. Here are 3 workout options. Now, this is a repeatable workout to me, and this is something you could also use for the marathon, but with maybe slightly more reps. 20 is a fartlek, so you do your usual warm-up and your drills, your strides, and so on and so forth. And then it's 20 by 1 minute hard and 1 minute easy fartlek alternating. So it's 40 minutes of total running. Minute hard, minute easy, minute hard, minute easy, 20 times, okay? And it's a fartlek run. It's for speed development, which in turn will help you become a more efficient runner. And as you know, efficiency helps with energy conservation. And the longer your races are, okay, the more important it is to conserve energy and have less wasted running movement, less wasted energy. Okay, so it's 20 times 1 minute on, 1 minute off, or 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy, I should say. Okay, this is a workout that you will repeat, okay, or that I encourage you to repeat. Okay, the next one, okay, 4 times a mile at 10K pace, which is about 15 to 20 seconds faster than your half marathon pace, usually. Okay, take a 2 minute and 30-second active recovery, and then on the back end you do 8 times 400 meters. With a 1 minute recovery at 5K pace, so 6 miles of total running, and you'll see the progression from mid to early to mid to late on that workout as well. Okay, as you get fitter, it obviously becomes more half marathon specific. And the last one is a 10K tempo run at the appropriate tempo pace. How do you know what the appropriate tempo pace is? Make sure, if you have an opportunity to do a 1 mile time trial, take a look at that video down below. I've done a 1 mile time trial and how it tells you what your abilities are for longer and shorter races. And I also have a video on how to set the appropriate training paces based on what you run for a 1 mile time trial. You could also use a longer race like a half marathon or a 10K to help determine your paces as well. If you want kind of a detailed breakdown or a calculator, I encourage you to take a look at the Daniels running calculator. It'll give you some accurate paces and stuff like that, but it's important to be training at the right paces. My calculator is pretty accurate. It's pretty in line with the Daniels running calculator. But it's important that you're training in the appropriate pace ranges so that you're not training at people that are significantly faster and not recovering properly, or they're not training, over their heads with you. It's important that everybody's recovering properly so that they can continue progressing with their training. So important pace ranges, so the proper pace ranges for everything really, really matters, particularly as the races get longer. Okay, so 10K tempo run at the prescribed tempo pace where you're based on your current fitness. Okay, then you take about a jog and easy mile. Okay, and then on the back end you do 10 times 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy. This is a little bit more of a meaty session, but it gives you a complement. It complements. You got your strength component and your speed component. Okay, towards the end, this is great for accelerating when your legs are already fatigued, which kind of simulates the latter parts of a half marathon. Okay, let's go to mid-season now. Repeating the same 20 times 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy, fartlek, but now the goal is to try to run a little further than you did last time. Okay, and if you could do that, that means you're running them at a faster pace. Okay, and that's a sign of progress. All right, that's one. The next one, a progression from this. So instead of 4 miles, we do 5 times a mile now at your 10K pace. Okay, with a 2 minute 30-second recovery, and instead of 8x400, we cut it down to 4x400, so it's still 6 miles total. And the 4x400 with 1 minute recovery is at 5K pace. Okay, current, well, you can progress from current to goal. And the last one, this is kind of a breakdown workout. A 3-kilometer effort, or 3K at half marathon pace with a 3 minute recovery. A 2K at half marathon pace with a 2 minute 30-second recovery. Another 2K at half marathon pace minus 5 seconds per mile. Okay, with a 2:30 recovery, so 5 seconds faster per mile than your goal half marathon pace. And then you do 3 times 1 kilometer. Okay, 3 times 1K with a 2 minute recovery at half marathon pace minus 10 to 15 seconds per mile. Okay, so it's about 10 to 15 seconds faster per mile than half marathon pace, which is about 10K pace or a little bit faster. Okay, so that's your mid-season workouts. Now let's go to late season. Okay, this is when you're at your fittest, your sharpest, and so on, and you're most race ready. So we're going to repeat that 20 by 1 mile, 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy again, and try to go a little further than you did the second time. Okay. Then the last one's going to be the next progression for this one's going to be 6 times a mile. Okay, with a 2 minute 30-second recovery at 10K pace, and then on the back end you run 1 by 400 meter effort hard. Okay, that simulates 10 kilometers right there, 10K. Okay, and the 1 400 meter hard simulates running that last batch of a half marathon, just driving to the finish. Okay, sometimes it's a longer drive, but this gives you practice and training with a little bit longer, a shorter, more acceleratory finish. All right, and then last but not least, 7 to 8 by 1,000 meter efforts with a 2 minute recovery at 10K pace down to 5K pace. Actually, progression from 10K to 5K pace. That's a good one to do about 3 weeks out. Okay, or about 17 days out. It's a good workout to do maybe 17 days, and you do another one, your key workout, 10 days out, and then you do the last one about 3 or 4 days out, which is light workout the week of a marathon, just to keep you in the habit of running hard twice per week. Okay, what you want to do is stay in rhythm. Okay, it's very, very important that your body stays in rhythm, even on race week. Okay, and I always emphasize that in my videos. I emphasize periodization, giving your body a chance to adapt to new training stimuli, whether it's going up or down. That's important too. Okay, but with half marathons, and I mentioned this with marathons too, being as precise as you possibly can in your training is of a higher importance to me as you're training for your mile, 3K, 5K, because it's not like a 5K where you can have an off day and come back next week and do it again. Half marathons and marathons require longer recovery periods. Okay, so it's important to make sure you're planning things out effectively and putting yourself in a position to succeed. Sleeping well, doing a lot of the little things, okay? Make sure your key workouts are plugged out accordingly, all right? And make sure you're following kind of a disciplined, or as disciplined as possible, training plan, okay? And again, I understand life gets in the way, jobs, family, I get it. I have 2 daughters myself, so being able to, prioritize is not always the easiest thing in the world. But I do encourage you to, try to keep a consistent schedule as possible, whether it be training in the mornings before everything gets going, particularly if a half marathon is in the morning. It's a good idea to do your longer stuff in the morning, particularly your weekend workout or weekend long run, to get you in the habit of getting up and prepping and getting ready for that, for that longer effort. So that's the thought. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that thumbs up. If you like more running content, please hit that subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss any of the videos that I have coming out moving forward, my next one's going to be a schedule like this, but for marathon. Make sure you hit that bell next to the subscribe button so you don't miss it. Okay? And I'll put a bunch of other training videos in the description down below, as well as the half marathon videos that I said I would put in today's. So be well and healthy, and I'll talk to you next time.